Bihar voter list revision has become a huge flashpoint between the government and the opposition, both inside and outside the parliament. Opposition MPs tore down SIR copies outside the parliament today, raising slogans against the EC exercise. And I've also brought the parliament to a standstill. Now, Congress MP Renuka Chowdhury has moved Rule 267 notice in Rajya Sabha seeking discussion on SIR in Bihar. She's also joining us live on the broadcast here. Thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking to NDTV. Ma'am, what's your contention? Why do you think the EC is not acting fair in this case?
It's pretty obvious what they're trying to do. If you look at it, how insidiously this government has been taking away the instruments of democracy in the past so many years of their governance. If you look at it, you find the debris of dissolved or denied privileges. You look at debates and bills which have been passed through without any discussions. You look at subverting and not filling up the constitutional posts that are there all over the country. You look at what they've done with Lokpals, with the RTI, with all these, if you go to see it, one by one they have decimated. And this is the ultimate, that they take away the constitutionally endowed citizens' right on the right to vote. This government is maliciously, with malicious intent, deliberate, premeditated stance of denying the citizen their right. You go to see, this is what they've been doing. You mean to say now in Bihar with this time lag, they're going to now be authenticated election commission list, and now they've blatantly announced that they're going to do it all over the country without so much as by your leave.
But ma'am, this exercise is being undertaken by the Election Commission, and the Election Commission says how can they allow fake voters? They can't allow dead voters or permanent migrants in the voter list, and that needs to be excluded. They say it's to protect the integrity of the electoral rolls, and of course this exercise is going to be carried out in the entire country.
The question here is the integrity of the government. Have they really been above board? Do you really believe that? Yes, if they're illegal migrants, they're illegal. It has always been there. There are many ways of dealing with that. But today to sweep across board and remove the citizens' right and tell them that they are not entitled to vote, and do you really believe we have the bandwidth to go into extreme rural areas and that people have that awareness and they can access computers and download? I mean, come on. Even advanced, so-called advanced nations and superpowers like America and all don't have it.
Okay.
Forget it. So you are now trying conveniently, you are going to do this and selectively eliminate people. PCs and Dalits and Muslims and what have you. Unfortunately, the credibility of the government and their intentions are not acceptable. We all know those are big question marks. We've seen their behavior in the past so many years, and the way they articulate what they want to do. I mean,
But ma'am, Parliament hasn't been able to function, in the last few days, and work needs to be done. There was an important all-party meeting also that was convened today. I mean, consensus has apparently been reached in that meeting. Has the government agreed to any of your demands on the SIR discussion? We are given to understand the Parliament is going to run smoothly from Monday onwards.
Now, tell me one thing. We have come to Parliament with the intention of working, isn't it? We were the ones in the opposition and the INDA bloc who have asked this government to call for a special session when there were contentious issues like the Pahalgam killings. We were the ones. Did they concede? They didn't. They denied it. And then the arrogance of their rule, they deny this, and then the Parliament has been notified in the past 25, 27 days that there's going to be Parliament given from this date to this date. Everyone knows that. We all come to Parliament. The Vice President of the country is functioning on the first day of Parliament, the first half of the day, and by evening he resigns. No one gives us explanations. And there were such important issues to be discussed during this parliament session. And so you have a parliament session, ongoing parliament session, where the Prime Minister is trapezing all over the world except in this. And he'll never go to Manipur. But he can trapeze all over the world and try to postulate and look authentic about what he's doing. He'll go to some 200 people, citizens' country and get a medal, and he's so thrilled to put it on his chappan and chati.
Okay.
But you won't come to India and you won't go to Manipur. You do all this.
Okay.
So you have no Prime Minister in the country. And now Rajya Sabha doesn't have a Vice President. And of course Lok Sabha hasn't had a Deputy Speaker for donkey's years now. And this is the state of affairs.
Okay.
And you're blaming us for not running the Parliament.
Okay.
Wow.
If the government does not agree to your demand over a discussion on SIR, which could possibly also happen in the coming days, but what are we going to see in the future? No consensus between the government and the opposition so far?
No, the key is probably or possibly. If the government was to come out and articulate and say that, listen, we are equally concerned about, sir, and we are concerned because Bihar elections are around the corner. And if there are any doubts in the citizens' mind, we must set it at rest, because that is the constitutional function of a government. And they talk about how they're so enamored by the constitution and they're so aware of the rights of people. Then don't you think they have to answer? Is it our responsibility?
Okay, ma'am, you're saying, and even party leaders have said that millions, of course, are at risk of disenfranchisement because of this exercise that's being carried out. LOP in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi also has alleged that in one Karnataka constituency, huge manipulation was carried out, and he's got proof too. BJP is asking here, where is the proof? The BJP is saying when the Congress had won the Karnataka election in 2023, there was no such problem. Why are they now saying EC is not doing its job?
Tell me, even the appointment of an EC has been subverted the process. The CJI is supposed to be involved in the election in the nomination of an EC. What did they do? They removed it and put a bureaucrat in. Did you, as the media, question them? Do you believe that this is the right thing for them to do? That is why I am saying that insidiously, this government is removing every instrument of democracy.
Okay.
And we are coming into a situation where there is no accountability, you have no RTI, you have no Lokpals, you have vacant constitutional institutions, and now there is no parliament happening. And no one seems to be asking these questions. Hello, are we in a democratic republic, or is this some kind of a circus that is going on?
Okay.
I haven't signed up for this. I will come because I have to be accountable. I remain accountable to the citizens of this country, and I have been authorized and sent here to make sure and ensure that their voice and the questions they are asking are heard in Parliament. This government deliberately subverts, diverts, dilutes, and they do this, and now it has become state of the art where they do such things.
So the opposition is demanding a clear discussion on the issue of SIR, and their concerns need to be addressed, and that is what the opposition is sticking on. However, we do have information there has been some sort of consensus that was arrived between the opposition and the government on the matter. We will try and get more confirmation on that. Thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking to NDTV here and taking out the time and being with us here on the broadcast. Thank you so much.